See these chickens? This is a million times more normal, in my personal opinion, than the events that are going on in this city. Within I wouldn't even call it 4 mile, from 1 mile from my house, and then a couple miles up, and I mostly take the bus most of the way and ride my bike. If you combine all the license plate stuff I talk about, and I promise I will make a video where I condense every single time I saw someone with red hair, every single time I made it appear as though, not appear, but how it really is, that I am seeing through time and predicting stuff that no one else but someone who isn't human be able to do. A random cat over there. Now this video might seem like what's not normal, or what's unpredictable, but that's actually more normal, believe it or not. It's not normal to see a bunch of people all of a sudden, right when I am talking about, when I'm not on video, about how I'm making Satan feel as if they're my action figures and I'm voodooing them and that they're like stuffed animals. All of a sudden, I start seeing, so far I've seen like 4 or 5 people with like action figures or stuffed animals in their hands. And then, actually no, I'd count more than that if you count in the stores and stuff, with just like, ever since I started making them feel like animals and voodooing them and stuffed animals, I've been seeing all these stuffed animals everywhere. Now, like I said, I'm gonna make a video inside a video inside a video inside a video, like some weird, like, I don't know, I don't know what you'd call that, like inception, like a video inception. So you'll be able to see all the times that something paranormal happened, I'll call it. All the times I've been able to make sentences match up with the environment in a way that a human wouldn't be able to do. All the strange paranormal activities. I don't know what to call it. Paranormal, cryptid, lizard people, the devil, Satan, even a conspiracy theorist. You ever seen a video where someone talks about ghosts and it gets millions of views? No one thinks this is not normal? Think about it. Keep watching this video. I promise you. Now, these stores were normal before I started reporting semi, meaning they always will do weird stuff with me. Then it picked up by like 50%. I started seeing stuff all around the store. And then I started trying to use my psychological tactics to make them do it even more. I go more in depth on that in other videos, but I don't want to lose you. I don't want you to click off the video because it sounds like jargon. So bear with me. All of a sudden I start seeing stuff placed around the stores way more where I know it's not normal. And then all of a sudden I start talking about how they want me, which I've said before, to be a woman or a little girl or a kid. They want me to be like a pup plate person. They want me to think that I'm like their dog. They want me to they want to tell me I'm the true son of Lucifer. They want to insinuate to me that they're me and tell me they're me. They want to tell me that they're God when they're not. These people aren't as they appear. These people are literally the exact opposite of what they appear. They are unholy. Most of these people, a lot of them, are very bad people. Right when I started making Satan feel like I'm voodooing them, all of a sudden I see people with dolls around. I started seeing people with like stuffed animals. I know it was Valentine's Day, but it was before that. And then I started making Satan feel other ways too. I started making them feel like they're on my leash. And there was a guy that talked about praying to Satan. He also said pray to baby Jesus. And he talked about, he's Jewish though. And he went to a cart like this, and he put a belt in it, and then he walked to it and took it away. Hold on. Now, I don't know if you mind, I don't know if you'd want to judge Jesus Christ. I got in a motorcycle accident, so if you see me limping, I'm not drunk. I'm not on drugs. I don't need medication. I'm actually like a real being that is trying to communicate with the internet. And you might say, why would Jesus Christ be on the internet? Why wouldn't I? Why would I want to talk, hold on. Why would I want to reach people around here, the couple of them that there are, most people are blind anyways. If I come up to someone and say, hey, I'm Jesus Christ, imagine someone knocking on your door and say, do you have time for Jesus Christ and some prayers? Think about how many people are going to say, yeah, sure. I mean, you might say, yeah, sure, I'll do that. But would you really, though? If it was me? Like, I have a backpack, I'm homeless right now, and I'm living the best I can, but, I'm kind of stressed out with everything that's going on. Now, stuffed animals now seems more normal, but I can explain. I told you, they want me to be like a girl or something, and something to do with dog. The 2 Valentine's hearts, where every other Valentine's heart was red, and then there was 2 ones that were different. One with the dog on it, one that said good vibes. They put the books were all not rearranged, except for one that said missing and one that said family matters one time, because I told you they want me to think that they're my family or me, and that I'm missing, and that I should go to back to Boston and be with some guy named Robert LaFleur. They also put Valentine's hearts right near the dog aisle where there's a leash, because I was making them feel like they're on my leash. And then they put a Spider-Man outfit, because I said they're gonna think I'm like Spider-Man, rearranging everything. They're gonna think I'm like working with some of these people or something. They might think I'm like a rich person pretending to be homeless. And there's so many other things that aren't normal, because this wasn't happening in my life the whole time. Now, whatever you want to believe about some of the other videos I've showed you, this wasn't going on. I mean, like, I was gonna say, I'm really Jesus. And of course, now, I'm not being strange, but like right when I started talking, like, see how the camera, I'm not even kidding. Hey, excuse me, I'm doing a video. Do you guys have time for a minute about questions about Jesus?
No, not really. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry so much.
Believe it or not, I said something to, like in my head, like internal monologue. I said, I'm bothered when people are holding their hands. All of a sudden, I start seeing a bunch of people hold their hands. Now, it's like a sneak attack. Imagine if you started seeing a bunch of people with this particular shirt. More and more and more. And then everyone else said, well, that's normal. Imagine if you started seeing people, I mean, they'll have their hands on their crotches when they walk around me, and you have to think, why? Imagine, like, a crime scene investigator, like I told you with the license plates, whatever you want to see, think about my other videos, where a bunch of the license plates around here say CSI, and NCS, and SCIS, and JDB, and JC on them. I literally live on JCS Highway. JCT Highway. Like Jesus Christ, might as well call it Jesus Christ Highway. And I could combine this with other knowledge that would really make all of the stuff I'm talking about immediately not seem like some strange conspiracy theory. The time there was a baby bib randomly near like what food I usually get. The time where there was magazines that were all placed differently. One of them was all the magazines were normal. See how these magazines are normal? Imagine if you saw 2 that were like this. And you were thinking, pretend you want to say I'm schizophrenic when I'm not. Imagine you were as paranoid as I am when I'm not paranoid. Imagine seeing all the magazines normal, and then seeing one of them talk about, have a picture of Marilyn Monroe on it, and then one of them saying creative, and I know what they meant. They wanted me to think creatively about being a girl, and then the next book over was Five Nights at Freddy's. Now imagine seeing all of these, this is the movie section. Now, imagine seeing a bunch of movies that are normal, and then you see like a Barbie one placed like this, and then another one that's Anastasia placed like this, and then over on the other side, you see like a house book, and then something about like another girl, all placed differently. I think it was Shrek that day. Wouldn't that seem weird? It's the same common theme over and over again. I was gonna say you gotta connect the dots, and it says connect right there. I mean, no matter what, don't log off. And I mean, think about it. I need a conspiracy theorist to be like, I don't know, I'm gonna investigate this guy. Think about it like a ghost story. Wouldn't you like someone who can have? Think about it, what if I could prove that these are cryptids? I mean, the nurses around me. Right when I started talking about nurses being around me, all of a sudden there's a bunch of nurses. And I mean, imagine it's almost seeming like they just went to the store and just bought a bunch of nurses. It was literally these books. Now imagine seeing this book. Imagine, say you're paranoid about people wanting to turn you into a girl or a dog, and you're saying that they're trying to be your family and they're trying to pretend to be you, and all of a sudden you see a glove placed right here, and you're trying to say they're placing gloves everywhere. Wouldn't that freak you out? If you were I'm not a paranoid schizophrenic, but if you were like that, like, I don't know how to picture it. A dog and something about a girl and tapped the Mickey Mouse stuff. Does that not freak anyone out as I'm talking? I mean, what do you want to say? I'm working with everyone here? I mean, people might think that. People might actually just think we're working together. When we're not. So, again, think about it. Imagine in your head you're paranoid about people, or scared, or intimidated about people putting gloves everywhere, and something about people trying to make people think that you're a girl, and a dog, and all of a sudden you see a dog book next to something about family, and they're trying to pretend to be your family at the same time. You see a glove right there at the same time. And this was after I was already thinking that stuff. These are questions that I don't know how to make people answer. And then I told people that I'm actually, well, besides that, I'm Jesus Christ. I'm actually trying to make them think that we're switching places. Where you have to understand, they think that making me gay or trans will make God hate me. They don't understand that it's just me, and I'm the son of God, and that he's just like me. He's not going to hate me. And even as we're talking about this, imagine, excuse me, hey, do you know about Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Oh, cool. You go to church?
Sometimes.
Okay, cool. So, and, no, sorry, my bad, sir. So, as you can see, what I'm talking about, now you're down to two options, honestly. Paid actors, or I'm real. And if I'm real, does that mean they're real? And I always talk about what the name Bob means to me. And it's kind of, like this. All these books are not even rearranged. I don't consider this rearranged. But see how this one is a little different? Like, it's not like this. It's like this. Like someone placed it there. And I couldn't even do it. They literally placed it like this, so it was different. Girls with red hair. And then, you're my little bug. They want me to think that I'm their little bug because I used to call Hayden Lonsdale little bug through Robert LaFleur's body, which means they're in denial about me not being Hayden Lonsdale anymore, that I'm actually not a body snatcher. I'm someone who took someone's body and took it from him and literally, well, I'm him now. I'm in his body. I'm not him. I took over his body. It sounds insane, but hey, it's a new conspiracy theory, right? There's Illuminati conspiracy theories, there's alien conspiracy theories, there's Jesus. I mean, you might as well call Jesus a conspiracy theory at this point. Ow. Oh, sorry. I fell off my bike, girl. I have to get a new one. So they want me to think, like, it's like subliminal messaging. You ever look up the Illuminati? Do people that look at my videos not know about the Illuminati? They don't know anything? I mean, see how this is slightly placed different? It's almost like the other one. It's slightly placed different, and they actually think about me like Rogue. Believe it or not, I have, and then they'll do stuff like this too, where they make magazines. I mean, this Illuminati we're talking about here. I mean, that's literally a lizard person. I know it sounds crazy. Look up David Icke, some of the stuff he talks about. Look up a couple of his videos, his PowerPoint presentation. Of course, it's really crazy, but it's actually real. Last time I was here, people called me crazy too. I mean, what do you think of the odds of this? As I'm talking about, what do you think? I didn't come in the store first. These aren't people working with me. I'd be a lot less fearful if they were working with me, but I'm not fearful. How do I say this? The only thing that I would ever be fearful of is people not believing in my words. I mean, before I even start talking about Jesus, I need someone to believe in this first. If the only thing that I can do as Jesus Christ on this planet is prove that the Illuminati is real and that they are civilians too, and that we can actually beat them, believe it or not. They're in a state of almost paralysis right now. I mean, they know they're trying to make it look as if they're just paid actors for the videos. Like, there's a video where I'm talking about them, trying to pretend to be my family, and the guy literally nods at me and goes like this, and goes like, and I was like, are you that stupid? I mean, I don't want to be mean or rude or arrogant or make people think that Jesus Christ isn't as good as he can be, but I'm kind of being psychologically tortured at the same time as I need people to believe in me for me to feel like that Jesus again. That same Jesus that I was last time. And if you look at pictures of Jesus Christ online, look up Jesus Christ online. I look just like this, for the most part. But I'm going to make a part 2 to this one and combine it with all the other videos. A video inside a video. I'm going to film a video of me filming another video and going over it at the same time. And then film that video with me doing that video and that video until it's so condensed to be like, oh my god, this is real. You're literally going to be saying, should I go to Miami for you? You're literally going to ask me for that stuff, and I promise you. And again, I know it sounds crazy for Jesus Christ to say, but I need as many people, like online disciples, online followers, if you're obviously not one of them. That should go without saying that you're not one of them. So, like, share, and subscribe. I mean, the world kind of depends on it. And, yeah, this is kind of adding up, huh? Just that alone should make you understand what's going on. This book looks normal. All these other books look normal, right? And of course, this one looks slightly different than the other ones. And it says me right there. They want me to think like me, I'm her. I swear to you, it sounds crazy until you add it up.